Let me say something that will upset some people right away. Dividend investing is boring, and boring is exactly why it works. If that already sounds wrong to you, this video might change how you think about income forever. Now let's slow this down. This video is not financial advice. Nothing here is guaranteed. Dividends can change, markets move, and outcomes depend on time and behavior. What we're doing here is simple. We're looking at real numbers, real dividend data, and realistic expectations. Just the math, structure, and how $100,000 in SCHD actually behaves in the real world. Chapter 1. What SCHD actually is. Mechanics, not marketing. Before we talk about income, we need to understand the tool. Because if you don't understand what SCHD is built to do, the numbers won't make sense. SCHD stands for the Schwab US Dividend Equity ETF. It's not a stock, it's a basket of stocks. Inside SCHD are around 100 US companies. These companies are selected using specific rules. The fund focuses on businesses that have a history of paying dividends. It also looks at financial strength, things like cash flow, balance sheets, and sustainability. So this is not about chasing the highest yield. It's about consistency. That's an important difference. SCHD also rebalances periodically. That means companies can be removed if they no longer meet the criteria, and new ones can be added if they do. Dividends are paid quarterly. That detail matters later. So when you buy SCHD, you're not betting on one company. You're owning a structured system designed to produce income over time, slowly and on purpose. Chapter 2. Translating $100,000 into shares. Why shares matter more than dollars. Now let's talk about something most people overlook. Shares. When you invest $100,000, your income is not based on the dollar amount. It's based on how many shares you own. As of recent pricing, SCHD trades in the high $20 range per share. That price moves every day, so we'll use round numbers. With $100,000, you're buying roughly 3,600 shares, give or take. The exact number depends on the market. This is important because dividends are paid per share, not per account value, not per dollar invested. If the price goes up or down, your share count stays the same, and your dividend is tied to those shares. This is why long-term investors focus less on short-term price moves and more on accumulating shares, because more shares mean more income, now and in the future. Once you understand that, dividend investing starts to make a lot more sense. Chapter 3. Current Dividend Reality. What $100,000 produces today. Now let's get to the number everyone wants to hear. Income. Based on recent trailing 12-month data, SCHD has paid around $1.30 per share per year. That number changes. It is not guaranteed, but it gives us a real-world reference point. So let's do the math. If you own about 3,600 shares, and each share pays roughly $1.30 per year, that comes out to around $3,700 to $3,900 annually. That's the yearly income, not monthly, because SCHD pays quarterly, 4 times a year. If you average that annual amount across 12 months, you're looking at roughly $300 per month. This is where expectations matter. Some quarters will be higher, some will be lower. The payments are not evenly spaced like a paycheck. So when people talk about monthly income from SCHD, what they really mean is average monthly income over the year. This isn't exciting math, but it's honest math. And honest math is what actually helps you plan. Chapter 4. why this isn't salary replacement, and why that's the wrong comparison. Now, let's clear up a common misunderstanding. $100,000 in SCHD is not designed to replace your job, and comparing it to a salary misses the point. A salary pays you for time. Dividend income pays you for ownership. At around $300 per month, this income is meant to reduce pressure, not eliminate work. It might cover utilities, insurance, part of groceries, or one recurring bill. And that's already meaningful. The mistake people make is expecting one investment to do everything. That's not how real portfolios work. SCHD is a foundation, a base layer. It works best when combined with time, reinvestment, and other income sources. And here's the hard truth. If $300 a month feels useless to you, you're probably thinking like a spender, not an investor. Chapter 5. Dividend Reinvestment. The actual engine of change. Now, this is where things start to shift. Not dramatically, but meaningfully. Dividend reinvestment is the part most people underestimate because it doesn't feel powerful at first. In the first year, we said SCHD might generate around $3,700 in dividends. If you spend that money, the story stops there. But if you reinvest it, something else begins. That cash quietly buys more SCHD shares. Depending on the price, maybe around 130 extra shares in year one. No new money from your paycheck, just reinvested income. Now pause here. Those new shares also earn dividends forever. So in year two, you're no longer earning dividends on 3,600 shares. You're earning them on more than that. This is compounding in its simplest form, not fast, but consistent. Every quarter, the same cycle repeats. Dividends arrive, shares increase, future income rises slightly. There are two engines working at the same time. First, your share count grows. Second, the dividend per share may grow over time. When both engines move together, income accelerates slowly at first, then more noticeably later. This is why experienced dividend investors care more about year 10 than year 1. Chapter 6. 5 to 10 year outlook. Ranges, not promises. Now let's zoom out, because dividend investing only makes sense when you give it time. We're not predicting the future here. We're looking at reasonable ranges. If you reinvest all dividends and SCHD continues behaving similarly to its past, after about 5 years, your share count could be meaningfully higher. Instead of 3,600 shares, you might be sitting somewhere above 4,000 shares. Exact numbers depend on prices and dividends. At that point, annual income may no longer be around $3,700. It could move closer to $4,500 or even $5,000 per year. Still not life-changing, but clearly different from day one. Now push this to 10 years. With consistent reinvestment and normal market cycles, your share count could reasonably reach the mid-5,000s or more. At that level, annual income might fall in the $6,000 to $7,000 range. That's roughly $500 to $600 per month on average. No promises, no guarantees. Just time doing what time usually does when you don't interrupt it. This is the moment many people realize they judge dividend investing too early. Chapter 7. Market downturns and dividend behavior. Risk, not fear. Now we need to talk about risk, because markets do go down. SCHD's price will drop during market downturns. That's normal, and that's uncomfortable. But here's the distinction long-term investors make. Price is not income. Dividends are. During downturns, SCHD has historically continued paying dividends, even when prices were lower. And lower prices change the math. Reinvested dividends buy more shares. More shares create more future income. This is why downturns feel different to income-focused investors. They're not cheering for crashes, but they're not panicking either. Risk doesn't disappear. It's just managed differently. The real danger isn't volatility. It's abandoning a long-term plan because of short-term fear. Chapter 8. Using SCHD income in real life. Cash flow management. Now let's make this practical, because income only matters if you can actually use it. SCHD pays dividends quarterly, so there is no automatic paycheck every 30 days. What many investors do instead is manage the cash flow themselves. When a dividend hits the account, they don't spend it all at once. They spread it out. For example, if you receive $900 in a quarter, you can move $300 per month into a checking account. That turns uneven payments into something predictable. This income usually doesn't replace your main income. It supports it. It might handle utilities, insurance, and over time, as dividends grow, that support gets stronger. This is how dividend income quietly reduces pressure without needing perfect timing or constant attention. Chapter 9. Taxes, inflation, and real-world friction. Now let's talk about the parts people like to ignore. First, taxes. In the US, most SCHD dividends are considered qualified dividends. That usually means lower tax rates than regular income, but taxes still exist. Your take-home income will be lower than the headline number. How much lower depends on your situation and account type. Next is inflation. Prices rise over time, so income that never grows slowly loses purchasing power. This is where dividend growth matters. SCHD has historically increased payouts over long periods, which helps offset inflation. Not perfectly, but better than income that never changes. These frictions don't break the strategy. They just remind you to stay realistic. Chapter 10. Who $100,000 in SCHD is actually for. Now let's be honest about it. SCHD is not for everyone. It works best for people who think long-term, people who value stability over excitement, people who don't need immediate results. This approach fits investors who want growing income over time, not traders, not gamblers. It's especially useful for those building a foundation or transitioning toward income later in life. On the other hand, if you need high income right now, or you expect fast growth every year, this will feel slow. And that's not a flaw. That's the design. SCHD rewards patience, not urgency. Understanding that upfront saves a lot of frustration later. So let's bring this together. $100,000 in SCHD does not change your life overnight. It doesn't replace your job. It doesn't make headlines. What it does is quieter. It creates real income, around $300 per month today on average. And that income has the potential to grow over time. With reinvestment, your share count increases, your income slowly rises, and your dependence on earned income begins to ease. This isn't about getting rich, it's about getting stable. And here's the part most people miss. The biggest benefit isn't the money itself, it's the mindset shift. And over years, not months, that difference compounds into something meaningful. That is the real power of dividend income.